Your brain controls almost everything you do. It lets you think, move, remember, and experience the world around you. But here's the strange part. The brain tissue itself cannot feel ordinary pain. So why can a headache hurt so badly? To understand this mystery, we need to travel inside the human body. Beneath your skin is the skull, protecting the brain. But the brain is not directly touching the bone. It is surrounded by protective layers called the meninges. Deep inside the brain, billions of neurons communicate every second. They create electrical and chemical signals that control your body and your thoughts. Yet brain tissue itself does not contain the ordinary, pain-sensitive nerve endings that make other tissues hurt. This creates a fascinating biological question. If the brain itself cannot generate ordinary pain, then what causes the pain we call a headache? The answer is hidden in the structures surrounding the brain. The meninges are protective layers surrounding the brain. One of them, called the dura, contains sensory nerve endings that can detect potentially painful signals. These structures can become important sources of headache, pain. Blood vessels inside the head can also participate in pain signaling. Sensory nerve fibers surround important vessels and can respond to biological changes. When these nerves become activated, they send information toward the nervous system. One of the most important pathways involved is the trigeminal nerve. This major cranial nerve carries sensory information from the face, head, and several structures inside the skull toward the brainstem. Imagine following a single pain signal. It begins in a pain-sensitive structure surrounding the brain. The signal travels along a nerve fiber, through the trigeminal system, and toward the brainstem. The brain is now receiving information about what is happening elsewhere. Once the signal reaches the brainstem, the information is processed and passed along specialized neural pathways. The important point is that the original signal did not begin inside the brain tissue itself. And this explains something strange about headaches. Even when the source is a structure surrounding the brain, the pain can feel as though it is coming from deep inside your head. Your nervous system interprets the incoming information from the brainstem. Sensory information travels through higher pain processing pathways. These pathways help determine the intensity, location, and significance of the signals arriving from the head. One important relay station is the thalamus, located deep inside the brain. It helps distribute sensory information toward different regions of the cerebral cortex, where the experience becomes increasingly conscious. So the brain plays a critical role in pain, but not because the brain tissue itself is hurting. Instead, the brain receives signals from pain-sensitive structures and processes them into the conscious experience we recognize as pain. That means a headache is not simply your brain hurting itself. Different headaches involve different biological mechanisms, but tissues around the brain, blood vessels, muscles, and sensory nerves can all contribute to the pain experience. And that is the incredible paradox. The brain is the organ that allows you to experience pain, yet the brain tissue itself does not feel ordinary pain. Pain signals begin elsewhere, travel through specialized pathways, and are interpreted by the brain. Your brain doesn't simply feel pain, it interprets it. This is BODYWISE.